Meditation tip 289. Inner eye. Guys, try to notice today in your own experience that the more time you spend observing internally, the more you start learning to see what goes on, right? You start picking up patterns and seeing different things come into your awareness and different sensations and certain traps that your mind plays and things like this, because you start observing more and more, right? You take time and observe. Just like when you were a kid, you opened your eyes for the first time on earth, all you were really doing is just observing what goes on, right? You didn't know anything. You just kept observing and observing, and certain things then start kind of coming more frequently and make sense, right? And then adults tell you a bunch of crazy stuff and make funny faces at you and try to teach you everything. But if you just observe, you just start learning things, right? Because you start seeing things, and certain things just kind of add up after a while when you observe them for a while, right? So it's the same thing internally. If you start taking the time to taking the baby steps first, because you probably never sat down for a couple minutes and just observed what goes on, then you have to start that first, right? Like start observing, noticing certain patterns, sensations, things like that. And then you keep doing that, and you start seeing tricks from your mind, what it does, the breath, and just different ways to stay in the present moment. Things like this, right? You start observing things. If you're not distracted just always by your mind, which is what most people are when they have any time alone. It's not really like they're actually there investigating or just being in the present moment. Most people are in their heads so deeply that they don't ever spend any time in the present moment when they're alone. So if you start just at least taking some time for yourself, and you'll start noticing patterns and picking up insights and realizations and cool things that like help you in this world. But you need to take the time for yourself to start unlocking this kind of realm, because right now it's very beginner stage for you, because you've never even taken the time once to develop it, right? Go to school, start from grade 1. Just slowly take 2 minutes and observe what goes on inside you. Then the next day again, and the next day again. And you'll see that eventually you start picking up things, and it's kind of amazing. So you might want to start doing that for yourself if you haven't yet. And you'll see that it helps you a lot to master yourself, basically. If you want to start knowing how you work, it'd be kind of smart idea, right? So check it out today. Let me know how it goes. Leave me some comments. Subscribe to my channel, guys. Like this video, share this with people, and peace.